What's up, you guys, and welcome back to our channel. It is Friday finally, and I'm super excited about it being Friday, and I'm super excited to actually come on here and share with you guys my week and how things have been going and how I feel like I'm just excited to be in private practice. I'm excited to actually follow my dream and stuff like that this week. And it's just like, I was excited. Like, I was like, I really got to tell my people how I've been doing this week. I do want to say, apologize for not getting you guys a video on last week, but I was sick. But today, I'm rolling and I'm excited. It's February. It is the second Friday in February. And we have just like, the month is really moving fast, I will say. But, nonetheless, we're gonna do the best that we can. So let's see, this week started off good. I will say it started off good. I had my second budget class this Monday, and oh, I know what I did this week. On Tuesday, I did my very first radio interview, and that was really good, you guys. I did it with it's one of the radio stations down here, and it's via Facebook Live too as well. And the show is called Can We Be Frank, and it's hosted by this lady, and she has two old ladies on the couch, and she has a truck driver. I don't know, you guys, but that's the concept of her show, and it was really good. So it was about, how many of us on there? 4 people. It's 4 of them, and then it was me, so it's 5 people on the radio, and we talked about everything. Mental health, we talked about suicide. It was such a really good interview, to where like ideas of stuff that I can do and I can promote actually came about doing this interview. So, you know, I'm looking forward to collaborating with her again later on in the future as well. So, but nonetheless, the radio interview was super good. I'll probably link the radio interview in my description box, because it is via Facebook Live, and you guys can go and see it. The actual show was 2 hours, but I only did an hour. Like, I did the first hour, and then after that they continue with their own show, because their show is 2 hours every night. But it was really good. Okay, I want to make sure my white noise machine was still on outside. That's why I got quiet. I thought somebody had turned it off. But so let's see, I did there. That was really good, and that's a way for me to actually get my name out there and to actually promote my business. You guys, I am trying to do this month. Of course, y'all know that I'm pretty much like an introvert, so marketing and all the other kind of great stuff is a challenge for me, but I'm trying to improve on that. Like, that's one of my goals, is to really improve. And like, really, before the radio interview, I was super nervous, like super duper nervous. However, when we started talking, my passion for mental health and my passion for financial literacy came out, and I was just like no longer nervous. So that happened on Tuesday. And then so you guys, within this whole private practice, figure out different ways you guys can network. Not just necessarily going the whole traditional route, going to doctor's office, going to different events, passing out your cards and stuff like that. Yes, that is good, but what I'm learning is the more that we can put ourselves out there where people can see or hear us or realize that we are real people, the more we can get clientele. Sometimes it's a story, not necessarily me telling you, oh, this is what I do, this is who I am, but allowing people to ask questions so that they can understand what therapy really is. You know, and how people, because a lot of people just see the whole, oh, you go lay on her couch situation, what movies give, but getting out there, having conversations with different people where they ask you questions or they give you different scenarios where you putting it in layman terms so people can understand, that's better. That's better, to actually have people to come into your office and be a client. So I'm excited about that, and that whole interview like sparked different ideas that I actually want to do for the month of mental health awareness. your girl got so many ideas that I want to actually do. How I want to promote mental health awareness. I plan on doing something every day via my social media. So, soon as I get the marketing materials together, I'm actually going to include them in my videos. So if y'all can help me out, please do. But nonetheless, like, it just sparked so much. Like, I got rejuvenated this week on why I'm a therapist. Last week I was sick and I was kind of down in so many areas, but this week I was rejuvenated, like the spark in me. And although I did not see that many clients this week, let me say that I did not see that many clients this week. However, like, it allowed me time to do other stuff. So nonetheless, that's kind of what got going on. That's kind of what you need in a whole private practice setting too, you guys, that I'm seeing. Like, it's just not the regular traditional marketing as I would think, that you go pass out your cards and that you go do this and you'll get people in the seats. No, it's so much more. And it's like, you really have to put yourself out there. And that's what I'm learning. Like, I really have to come behind the desk, behind my couch, but out my chair and in front of people, really just telling people, hey, look, this is what this is. And let's be successful. And I also saw this week, did y'all see on what it is? I'm not sure if it was Love and Hip Hop or either it was Black Ink Crew, where they had a whole person that was dealing with depression. So it was up on TV, like really broadcasting it to the world. And I'm so excited that they actually did that, because it was a man. I seen a clip of it. I didn't watch the whole show, but I saw a clip of a guy actually suffering from depression, having suicidal thoughts and all that other kind of stuff. And I was, as a therapist, I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so excited that they actually put that out there, because people need to know that it's okay to deal with mental illness and it's okay to go and seek help. So, yet again, I'm just excited this week, you guys. So, marketing, another thing that I'm improving on, that I'm getting better, that I'm putting myself out there more and things of that nature. And another thing that I'm also realizing, and not necessarily realizing, but becoming more comfortable with, and that is my prices. Okay, like, sometimes I struggle with my actual prices and actually telling people and stuff like that. Like, I'll tell you this. One time, one of my clients, her insurance, I'm gonna get on that topic again later too. But one time I had one of my clients, her insurance had denied my payment because she hadn't met her deductible. So I was like, oh my God. And so she was going to have to pay, and we had to win 2 sessions by then. So she was in a negative, so she had a negative balance. And so I was telling her, I was like, and my price is $125, okay? And so I was like, oh my gosh, she owed $250. She's not going to be able to pay that. Like, I'm answering the questions for my client. She's not going to be able to pay that. And what am I going to do? Whoop, 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 whoop. And so, whoop, 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 me, I'm just, going through all this other kind of stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to charge her $75 and all of this. So we talking, and I was just like, I know. She was like, how much is my account balance? I said, it's $250. And, but I'm going to charge you $75 per visit and all of that. And you can just pay me $150. And she was like, no, I'll pay you the full price. Because you're doing really good work, and I want to pay you what you're worth. Oh, do you see what, like, I talked my own self out of that. She was willing to pay what my fee was, and I just talked my own self out of it. Now, true enough, she did pay her $250, but later on down the line, she needed assistance for one visit. So one visit, she paid $75, but moving forward, like, she still pays $125. And it's just like, really? Do y'all see how, like, I talked myself out of that? How I really just So it's just like now, when I see people, I tell them my price up front. My price is $125 per visit. Now, if they can't afford it or something else, they will have to tell me that. But then I still have a set amount that I cannot drop below. You see what I'm saying? So, y'all, we have to actually be mindful, and we have to be okay with spitting out our prices. It's okay that you're charging $125. You don't go to no doctors and the doctor tell you, oh, I charge $125, but I'm charge you $75 because I know you might not got it. No, the doctor visit is going to be $125 flat. That's how our visits should still be too, okay? So I'm learning that about myself. And so today I had to do that with one of my patients. She asked me, she was like, and I undercut myself again. I was like, she was like, because her insurance is going to, after a couple of visits, her insurance is going to deny it. Like, I'm learning, when I say I'm learning a little bit more about this insurance, I really am. And so her insurance is like, she got about 2 more visits and we'll cover those 2 visits, but after that she's going to have to pay out of pocket because the beginning of the year she has not met her deductible. And so I told, we talked today, and I was just like, look, this is what your insurance says. You have about 2 to 3 more visits, and then they are actually going to stop paying, and you have to pay out of pocket. And so I was like, okay, she was like, how much is your fee? And I was like, $125. Then I was like, but if you need some help, come on, I gotta stop saying that. And so I was like, $125. She said, okay, let me talk to my mom and whatever. But I am learning, stop undercutting yourself. Stop it. Like, you are worth $125. The work that I do in here is worth $125. It's worth more than that, but I'm trying to be practical, okay? But nonetheless, that right there, understanding what you're worth. So now when people ask me what my fee is, it's $125 for the for 45 minutes. Now when you start doing the whole diagnosis and stuff like that, that begins to be a little bit more expensive or whatever. And so that's why I'm working at, you guys. That's what I'm like really learning this week, and I'm really experiencing. And also I'm dealing with insurance more this week, and I'm learning the different types of insurances. Like, not all Blue Cross plans are the same. Like, no one insurance plan is the same. Not even the Medicaid, not even the Medicare plans. They're all different. And so this week I'm learning that, and I'm learning that in the beginning, like when a client, usually, like, I allow the client to come in and present their insurance card to me the first visit. That's not good. Like, the client, now I'm going to start requiring that the client send their insurance card to me beforehand, so that I can actually check your insurance. And not only do I need to check it to verify to see if it's good, I need to see what your copay is, and I also need to see if you have to meet a deductible. So when you walk in, you're going to have to pay for these visits out of pocket, or either your insurance is going to cover so much, and I'm just like, now it's because it's really hitting me. Like, I'd rather up front and whether or not you can continue with therapy, or either you make a game plan of what we can do and what your payments are going to be. I'd rather you budget for your therapy services than 2 visits down the line I figure out X, Y, and Z, and now you have a balance. So that's what I'm requiring now. Everybody has to send in their insurance card, because at first I was like, some people didn't want to do it. Some people, because I asked some people and they was like, oh, that's a little bit personal, I'd rather just give it to you in advance, at the visit, so that way you can make a copy. But now it's like, it's a requirement. I have to verify your insurance, or either if I do not get paid, you're going to be held responsible for this visit, and my visit is going to be X, Y, and Z. And you have to put a credit card on file, so that if the insurance company does not pay, I can charge your credit card for my visit. That's kind of like, y'all, this is what I have to do that, because, and we have to do that, not just but we have to do that as clinicians, because we have to protect ourselves, okay? because I'm not getting paid. Like for some of these visits, like the whole after the client that I talked to in her insurance, because I have two clients from the same company, but they don't, but they the same company, but they from different places, and their policy is the same. And so I'm learning, I'm like, okay, this is what their policy is. So as I get clients from that company, I already know what y'all insurance is about, and I'm gonna be able to tell them in advance. Go through your EAP first. Get your three, because this client, these clients, their company pay for another thing, this side tib bar. If you have a professional, if you have somebody that works at works at a job and they have EAP, tell them to go through that EAP first, okay? Get them 3 sessions, or the minimum is 3 sessions. Get them 3 sessions and then allow your insurance to actually start covering them. Because these clients that I have now that's coming from this one agency and their deductible is so high, we going for their EAP benefits first. And I'm just like, look, even though one person, she paid out of pocket, but I'm like, call the EAP company, get the EAP benefits, and I'll take those. And that way you can actually, if you need to save your money, and all the other kind of stuff. So that's with the whole insurance. I hope y'all was able to follow that, okay? But also I have another idea, and I want to run this by you guys, and just to y'all get some feedback. But what I'm realizing is, with insurance, either you have to be extremely rich where you can pay for mental health services, or either you have to be below the poverty line and get Medicaid to get mental health services, because Medicaid would cover your visits. But if you in that middle area, if you're like 2 visits, if you're like a couple of $100s above the Medicaid line, like, you're gonna have to pay your deductible, and usually your deductible is sky high, and like, some people cannot afford to pay that deductible, and therefore they can't afford to pay our therapy prices, because essentially the middle class people are really having to pay out of pocket for therapy services, because more than likely you're not going to meet a $6,000 deductible by February, okay? So that means that you have to pay out of pocket for your visits. And what I'm realizing is that, like, the middle class people need help. Like, they need some help to cover that cost. So what I want to do is, I was thinking about this. I want to find like some kind of grants, or either I want to find people or agencies or somebody who got a lot of money that want to donate, that are willing to donate to a fund here in my office that may be able to go towards helping the middle class people, okay? Like, we have, like, I always heard that either you have, and even with myself, either you have to be rich, or either you have to be below the poverty line. Like, you cannot be in the middle class and think that you're going to get like a lot of assistance, because you're not. Usually you're paying for this. Like, with the middle class, the working class, you really are the working class. So I really am going to, I just want to toss that around a little bit more. I want to go to different kind of businesses and different kind of people who may want to do like donations and want to help out people and stuff like that, or either find a grant or something like that, where I can actually pull money, from that pot to actually help the middle class people pay for their visits. And if they have such a high deductible, we can pull money from that pot to help them cover their visits, so that they can actually afford mental health services too. Like, the mental health services just shouldn't go to the people who receive Medicaid, and the people, the rich of the rich people. Like, the middle class people need help too. You know, so that's an idea that I actually am going to kick around, and I'm actually going to see if there's anybody or any company that's willing to actually donate and help, because it's like, I want to be able to help these people, but I cannot see them for free, because I have to be I won't be able to, you know, afford my life. but I want to be able to help. So I'm looking into that. Maybe I can find some grant money somewhere. I don't know. If y'all know of any grants or anything like that, please let me know. But I really am going to try to find out some kind of way. How can we help the middle class people that have the high deductible that does not qualify for Medicaid because they claim to make too much money, but they don't have enough money to pay for mental health services, or they don't have enough money for this. It's like, so it's a lot. And I'm pretty sure y'all understand what I'm talking about. But that is something that I'm actually going to look into to help the middle class, to help the working class people, to see if I can actually like just get like a little grant or a little fund or something, and I can actually help them pay for their visits when they come to see me. That sounds like a good idea, don't it, y'all? But nonetheless, you guys, that's all that I have this week. I hope you guys were actually able to understand what I'm rambling about this week. I know that it's a lot that I actually talked about, and I probably talked about it kind of fast, but I had to talk about it kind of fast because I got a 6 o'clock appointment, and I need to record this video now so that I can put it out in the morning, and I need to see my 6 o'clock. Well, so I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see y'all on what? Transparent Tuesday. Bye. Bye, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe.